Oh, I'm too hot, too dope, flow like that pink Chris and mimosa. Who the fuck doper? Niggas wanna run up in my spot.
Vibes. Look, baby go 2 is reloaded. Got the hottest tape in the streets right now. Yeah. Listen, look, they done broke up the young and now they got me started. Used to post in a vacant apartment, shoot like a rapper but move like an artist. Only see blue when I run out this carpet. Listen, think it's time that I clear up the rumors about who got the city on offense. I am not shorty, they see I'm maneuver, cause when I be stepping, moving them stoppers, I get that motivation to the realest. I'm missing in my bag and not my feelings. I make a couple thousand for my minutes, trippy little step on mommy little minutes. I see him throwing shots but I don't feel it. We don't even know your block the ball spin it. Please you going, I already did it. The money you show made it up for citizens. Got up the court, I fell in love with the court. I cannot play for no lackers. Run on the tour, realize I had to see more. You be dummy, we still go backwards. Girl is a cross, she only beat for the sport till we catch you ain't here what I asked her. Move like a boss, I fell in love with my sauce and I heard it until a rapper. Hold on, that's tough. I just straight out the town, that's us. Tell them I got the crown. That what if the homies ain't feeling your sound? That's much. Way too booked in around, that's much. I left my dog and I found bad luck. If you play with my name, you a clown. That's us for my team to LA. I am now that up. But I'm not underrated, that's an understatement. I'm the hottest coming off the beach. Went from my mother base into 100 stages. I remember saving up for sneakers. Got me a deal before I got a feature. I was convinced to pay me on his speaker. Body like never let nobody reach her. If he gon' say it, do it on a Nina. Flow unlocked. Way too smart, I don't know no op. Stay to my lane, I know nuts up. And they know it, I can cause they know my block. I put in 50 throws up rocks, so I'll go ahead and take it, go show my knock. Mama gon' break her, she know my fault. I'm just trying to get paid and control my spot. Clack, 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 boom! Hottest in the city, you already know it, baby. Go 2 reloaded. Clack!
Yo, let me know if you can hear me. Like, let me know if you can hear me. You know what? I went to sleep last night. Well, actually, last night, I was gonna do a video, but I just didn't fucking feel like it. I just didn't feel like it. So, I'm just about to just do this while I'm on my way into the office. So I want to talk about Jasonlee interview. Also, Rihanna was on Vogue magazine, beautiful, with her Negro features, billionaire status. Talk about that. So I was really happy to see Rihanna on Vogue. So let me just get that out the way because she's in my thumbnail. So yeah, that was pretty dope seeing her with her baby on the cover. I could have did without ASAP personally, but that's her life. And honestly, a lot of people talking shit about Rihanna and her not being married. I think that she's smart. Like, she figuring it out. She needs to, she's figuring it out. Maybe she don't want that nigga attached to her finances and shit like that. So shout out to her. Shout out to Rihanna. I felt like her spread was beautiful. Yeah. So listen, I really want to get to the Jasonlee interview with Remy Ma. And also, I just want to say this as well. Let me know if you can hear me, or let me know how it sounds. Let me know how it sounds. All right. So let me just proceed because I'm gonna end up being where I need to be, like, within a few moments. Yo, can I say this? Last night I set myself up bad. Like, to the people who love simply orange juice, yo, sometimes, like, as an adult, I just love to just go to the refrigerator and just drink orange juice. I don't know why. I just love it. But I knew I was going to pay for it this morning. Like, my stomach is not on fire, but I do feel it. But it was worth it. And I was doing stupid shit last night, too. I went grocery shopping. I got me a huge bag of oranges. So I'm having orange juice and oranges. I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself? And the inside of my mind was like, I don't care. And now I'm paying for it. So my stomach feels a little burny right now, but that shit was worth it. That cold, crisp orange juice. I love orange juice. So anyway, so let's move on. So I want to say this, and I don't give a fuck what nobody feels. Like, a lot of people, they come to your channel and they feel like they have you. Let me tell you this. I don't have to feel the way that you feel. I feel the way that I feel. And I feel like Jasonlee. Now, listen, personally, I don't know him. I don't like his style of interview. I feel like he don't really got that spice like that. And to the people who, like, watch interviews and shit like that, notice the difference between Remy Ma. Like, I watched a little bit of the interview she did with Joe Buttons. It was completely different. And maybe it's just because we're black and Jasonlee is melanin deprived and his shit is just corny. It's just corny. I'm just gonna personally feel the questions was fucking corny. He keep finding ways to bring up Nicki Minaj. This is not the first time that you interview Remy Ma. Why do you keep bringing up Sheether? And it's like he tried to do it in a way to where it was like it was relative to battle rap or whatever. Stop bringing, like, Jason. Like, he is a funny individual. Like, when I was watching that interview yesterday, even the questions that he asked about the people, like he was like, I'm gonna ask you some questions. It's like you asked them questions mostly about all the people that she knew. Like, and it's, except for like Glorilla, that was like a little like curveball. But I don't know. It's something very special about Black people who, are who just got it going on, because Joe Budden's the interview, her energy with Joe Budden's was completely different. This nigga was up there talking about Hitman's Holla's privacy. He gave Hitman Holla an award for some porn thing. It was just weird. Like, it was weird. And then it was just like he wasn't even really talking to Hitman Holla. It was just, I don't know. That's why I was happy that like she went over to Joe Budden's, and that interview got more views too. So it's like, and I really don't get how a person like Jasonlee is like, how much of a boss are you if you doing interviews on other people's platforms? So that means that Revolt is getting coins off of it. So it's like, are you that pressed just for the views that you want to be streamed through Revolt? Why can't your channel get the views like that? See, these motherfuckers they don't want you to think about that, but I do. Yeah. Jasonlee. So I personally felt like this too. It's a lot of people online who felt like this whole like thing with Remy Ma and Foxy Brown, right? I want to tell you this, and I want to say it in the right way because I was actually being rude, like literally. I was gonna say some funny shit, but I want to say this. I think it's dope that there's so many different people involved in female rap commentary, but you got to know the facts and you got to know the history. They not friends at all. I honestly felt like Remy, I felt like she was light on it. Jasonlee, he's messy as fuck. Why did you bring Foxy Brown up, and why'd you ask her about that? He knows that shit behind the scenes. So you got to do, like, let me tell you this, right? They both jabbed at each other lyrically, in music and shit like that. They both jabbed at each other. They not friends, right? At all. So it's like, if a person brings up a person that you don't like, what do you think is going to happen? Hold on a second. Wait. Oh my God, I'm almost to the damn place already. You know what? Like, I took the paid way to work today, and why wasn't y'all motherfuckers like yesterday? It was slow. I got like, see, I'm gonna be early though, so at least I can post up. Whatever. Anyway, so Jasonlee, he asks about Foxy Brown. I wanna say this to you, right? Now, Foxy Brown and Remy have their own beef, and they've been beefing like, for years or whatever. Before Remy went to prison, and this is his thing too. Little Kim even got into it with Remy, or they had their little spat, right? The truth of the matter is this, that people don't want to realize, is that Little Kim is not that nice girl that people want to make it seem like, in my opinion. She was one of them bitches who wanted to be the only one. Yes, she fucked with certain female rappers, but she wanted to be the only one. Foxy Brown was the threat. She was the one who didn't give a fuck. Like, she didn't want to kiss these bitches' asses, or whatever the case may be. I really like that about her personality. She's like, I don't give a fuck, whatever. But with that being said, you got to realize they got history. And I don't know if y'all think about this, but Foxy released, remember when that whole shit was going on with Nicki and Remy had threw that shot at Foxy about like, about whatever she said in Sheether, right? Remy, so she said something about Foxy then, and then Foxy responded and said, I heard about that bitch miscarriage. Now, I'm not taking up and saying like, whatever, this is rap, right? Certain things people say, but Remy did have a miscarriage, right? Right. Let's be objective about this and not be sensitive just because you don't like Remy, right? She did say that. They not going to like each other. I felt like you could be simple-minded and feel like, oh, Remy could. No, she didn't have to acknowledge Foxy Brown. And that's from somebody who loves Foxy. She didn't have to do that. She kind of skated over and she was like, yo, when your friend asks you about somebody, people do that shit. Jasonlee he did so much messy shit. Like, even like, I don't give a fuck if my commentary is scattered. I'm doing a live video. It is what it is. But you notice how like Jasonlee asked Hitman Holla, like, what do you feel about Brandy? And he said she's a queen. And then he went right into Megan Thee Stallion. How did it correlate? How did that correlate for him to bring up Megan Thee Stallion? That motherfucker is messy. He's messy. Everybody knows that Remy and Foxy is not cool. They not. And I know a lot of y'all might look over that happened, but the streets hear it. They asked Remy one time, and I felt like it was a little rude when she was like, they asked Remy, like, what did you hear about the Fox? What did you think about the Foxy Brown diss or whatever? and she was like, she did like some sign language type of thing, and I thought that that was wrong. I didn't like that because it's just like a person losing a sense or whatever the case may be. Like that's horrible, and it kind of hurt my feelings because back in the day, Remy and Foxy used to show respect to each other. Remy had an interview in the Source magazine, and she said, "You would never compare me to the likes of a Little Kim. You would compare me to Foxy Brown. I like Foxy. She's street. She's gutter like me." And she was like, "Not Foxy when she rapping about niggas and clothes." I remember that shit verbatim from the Source magazine. And so when I heard like Remy in that interview talking about like things that be happening with people in the past, and it really just be like you got to talk to the person. No, Little Kim was a fucking hater back then. Remy was on fire. Now might have not had that successful mainstream success, but I will admit, as a Foxy Brown fan, as somebody who she used to do this mixtape shit and spit. Remy was a problem. She was lyrically. Her energy was different, and she was exposing bitches for not writing their rhymes. That's why I tell you, like that whole not write your rhyme shit, that birthed the era of the Nicki Minaj. Like that's why Nicki, like, I write my own shit. I write my own shit. She was saying that like to let it be clear from the point when she came through the door, because Remy was like that. Because when she got in it, she was like, "Oh, these bitches ain't writing their rhymes," and she was making it uncomfortable. That's why Little Kim probably did never really acknowledge her. If you really think about it, hold on one second. If you really think about it, right? Kim, she has the female rappers who she did mess and mingle with, but I felt like if it was a true threat, she didn't fuck with them like that. Hold on a second. Where's my shit? Hold on a second. All right. She ain't really fuck with them like that. And now, years later, one thing that I hate, and it's not just black women, I think it's like people in general, why I ain't do nothing at the peak of your career? When Lil Kim was on fire back in 2004, 2000, like Remy been out for a minute. Why y'all can't collaborate when it's just like at the hottest? It's just like it's like that whole Brandy and Monica collaboration when they did that shit. That shit was late as fuck, and that's why I didn't do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, call it what it is. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I read this message from an idiotic person who used to be on my page. This is why I'm telling you, like, on some real shit. When you do this YouTube shit, you got to build your mind up strong, because it'll be the same people who will come to your page and give you kudos and shit. And as soon as you say something that they don't like, they'll be online trying to get your attention on Twitter, sucking mad dick, knowing that they would never approach you in person. Listen, let me tell you something that I can relate to so much from BK Tidal Wave. Every day I think about how difficult this world is, and you got to work hard and do whatever the case may be. I would never want to jeopardize my freedom, but I want a motherfucker to play with me like that, because I promise you, motherfucker, it's going to be ground zero. So y'all niggas better stick to talking shit on Twitter, quoting, doing all that shit. I'm telling you, when she said that shit, like, yo, she was like, yo, people keep talking about somebody gonna come do it. I want y'all niggas to come and get me. Come, listen, I ain't even gonna entertain that. Watch your fucking mouth. A lot of people will come to your shit and make it seem like they like you and shit. As soon as you say something that they don't like or whatever, they think that they could say something. Fuck you. Point blank. Fuck you. Right? And you know who that's to. Fuck you. Like, these niggas be mad because they wasn't really from this era. I appreciate everybody who contributes to female rap commentary, but a lot of y'all don't know about Foxy Brown like that. Y'all don't really know. You wasn't from that fucking era. And they be like, "Oh, you act like you was assistant." No, bitch, I was a fan. We used to really be on these websites and in these fan forums and shit like that. A lot of y'all new to this shit, and that's okay. But watch your fucking mouth. Watch your mouth. Niggas is bold, and they get on the internet and they don't realize they talk all that shit, and then when you go and scroll through their pages, they sad every fucking day. You sad. You sad. So when I think about shit, I respond, and I'm like, a bitch is sad. They sad. They sad. Why the fuck I'm gonna respond? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Like, people be mad because they not from your era. Like, fuck out of here. Like, it is what it is. So anyway, as it goes to the like Remy Ma and like and then Jasonlee, it's like this nigga is so obsessed. He finds ways to just bring Nicki into everything. He brought up the Cardi B like profile picture thing. And you want to know how I honestly felt about that? Like, I felt like, we all do commentary. People do commentary. They feel how they feel. I talk my shit about Cardi. I talk my shit about whoever I want to talk it about. But it was just like, I felt like that brought a negative. It just, to me, I feel like this, and maybe Remy doesn't care, and maybe she's past that point. But I felt like her first interview she did with Jasonlee, she was just like, I don't have an issue. I want to buy something and do something with the Fendi collection, whatever the case may be, right? Cool. But in this one, it was just like when she asked her, when Jasonlee was like about the profile pic. To me, I feel like this is why I feel like black women sometimes they can't get past shit, because it's just like, now if that was Nicki watching that, she was like, oh, I was watching it like, what this. Nicki is not the one who gave that energy, and that didn't have anything to do with Remy. Like, Cardi is the one who did that shit because she's insecure and she used black people like she always do. She's a Hispanic girl and she don't got no fucking gangster Hispanic niggas behind her. She clinches to the black dick in the black community. She run around with her PIMP offset. And it's like, you threw Remy up for what? Nicki still you threw her up in the profile pic. Beautiful. Remy is beautiful, right? I get it. But the reason why she did it is because she wanted to be manipulative, because Nicki was supporting JT, another one who I don't really fucking like. And I know a lot of y'all like JT. I don't fucking like her at all. Let me tell you something. A lot of people have said different things about Nicki, whether they do commentary or whether they artists, right? But guess what? There's certain things that I just don't forgive. You said that you wanted this white bitch, this bitch with the oppressor's DNA. I can't wait to this bitch and Nicki. I can't stand behind JT. I'm sorry. People can have opinions on a multitude of things. They could feel like maybe they don't like who Nicki is dating or married to or whatever. That's their opinion. That's different from saying that you want somebody to end somebody. Oh, now you looking for fucking, now you want support and all of that. Now you doing these fucking tweets talking about you want Nicki at the Super Bowl and all of that. Now listen, there was a lot of love in those tweets, but it was a lot of negativity too. Bitch, we don't need you to be the spokesperson. We already know what you said, and I'm sorry. Certain things to me can be forgiven, but when you say, listen, a motherfucker could not look me in my eye and tell me that they want a person to end me, and like, no. Shout out to Nicki. I feel like it's honestly sad because Nicki is so big. Like, Nicki is so big where they make it seem like she has to acknowledge people or whatever the case may be. I was just talking to somebody about this last night, and it's like they don't do that to Beyonce. They don't question. See, I know a lot of people don't feel the way that I feel about why Rihanna and Beyonce don't got a collaboration, because there's some shit that happened behind the scenes. She never gonna sit up with no bitch who fucked her man and do no collab. Think about it. All of the years that passed, why we don't got that collaboration? Because something in that milk ain't clean. But y'all don't force her. Y'all don't force it. No, I don't care if I don't want Nicki to sign JT. Let her figure that shit out on herself. There's certain things that you could just say and you just can't come back from it for me. You tell me that you want somebody to end me or on some shit like that. Yeah, I could be like, we don't got no beef, but yeah. And guess what? People typically, when they say shit like that, they're making their own bed. God is going to protect Nicki, and that's why your ass can't get no hit, city girls. I've been wanting to do that video since the Super Bowl. You see, we at Thursday now, right? I've been wanting to do that, but I really just didn't want to go there. And I know that there's a lot of JT cheerleaders because, she went to London and she posted the Super Bass video. I don't give a fuck. I don't care at all. I don't. So good luck to her, though. She's beautiful. I felt like she did a good interview with Angie Martinez, but nope. No, I'm sorry. When a person say they can't wait for Cardi to replace, you are sucking the dick of the oppressor. Look into that bitch face. She done did all these augmentations to try to even just exist. And you gonna say you want her to take out this black girl? Why? Because you couldn't reach her or get a collaboration with her? I can't wait. I'm sorry. That comment, I can't forget. I can't. People have a multitude of opinions of Nicki. But to me, you might overlook it. That's bad. You want somebody to take me out and so my livelihood is impacted? A bitch who ain't even really got no skills like that? And that kind of hurt my feelings too when Jasonlee had brung up Doja Cat, and it was just like, I understand Remy is a realist and she give it up the way that she give it up, but it's like, damn, Remy, you respect Cardi. She's not even a real fucking artist. But it's just like with Doja Cat, it was just like, I understood what Remy was saying though. She was like, I was trying to give her props or whatever, but she said now people done blew it up. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck whatever. But how do you think that makes an artist feel like Doja Cat? It's like, is it because she not like one of those? I don't think Remy really cares who it is. She gonna say how she feel, but it just bothers me when it's just like, you giving this respect. Oh, I fuck with Cardi, but Cardi is not a real artist. And based on how I grew up to you don't fuck with bitches who don't write they shit. Gloria Velez was around. I remember Remy, they was all in this crew, and she was like, I feel like that bitch don't stand for what we stand for. I don't fucking want her around. I liked Remy when she was like that, because that was true. Gloria Velez was another Hispanic girl who was just trying to ride the coattails and the waves and suck this black dick in the industry. Keep that shit real like that. So no, I don't give a fuck. Like, so I'm thinking like maybe her and Cardi got some sort of relationship to where maybe she's helping her writing because I don't understand the love. I really don't, and especially like to the like, ugh, I don't get it. Hold on a second. Exactly, she shouldn't have said that. I just felt like it's like damn. It's like why do Cardi get this respect? Because why does she get that respect? Because she from the Bronx? The bitch is whack. And I know a lot of people not going to agree with that JT commentary, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm not really pressed for it. I'm not supporting that shit. I don't. I'm very funny like that. It's a certain things that you could say, right? We could cut ass on each other and you could be like, fuck you. Like you got a big head, or even if you said fuck you, you ugly motherfucker, I feel like that's different than you saying, I want this bitch I can't wait to this bitch. You want me to what? That's why your shit ain't pop off yet. And you listen, much success to you and much success, but a lot of these people, yeah, you scared to you don't want to go solo, baby, because you really don't really hold on, I really want to keep it cute on that because yeah, hold on a second, give me a moment. Oh, it's 7:50. Give me a second. All right, so what did I put in my title? I put Cardi B, I put Doja Cat. I did speak about Doja Cat. I didn't like that because it was just like, you know, I felt what Remy was saying, but it's like she could have left it on a high note. Like as far as like she could have just was like, I just felt like that whole I don't give a fuck energy. But then it's like you give a fuck about Cardi. This bitch is forced in the industry when you see so many black women like the Glorilla. Sad to say, Glorilla going out, baby. She going out because that internet troll shit is whack. That shit is whack. These bitches is gonna be one and done. Just like Bia. I don't fucking like Bia either. I don't like her motherfucking ass. I don't like her ass. And she been dying to get a hit too since she been performing that London shit and booking these stages and doing all these songs that's fucking whack. Bia, where's your hit at since Whole Lot of Money? Where the fuck is it at? I don't like Bia either. Because Bia is another slick motherfucker. She was on Twitter praising Cardi and shit, and as soon as she got her fucking shit, she tried to delete the comments and all that. These people is fake. Anybody who moves, this is why on some real shit. And I don't know if it's just due to the scope of it. That's why I fuck with Young Devin, because she makes it clear that Nicki is the one who inspired her. Nicki is the reason why she raps or whatever. But she'd be like, shout out to Cardi or whatever the case may be. She just shows love in general to the ladies, and it's consistent. Like I remember when I was saying something about like how the way that she killed the Bikini Bottom beat or whatever. And I was saying how like she killed it over Ice Spice. She messaged me and she was like, you don't got to do that. Like, I know that you like me or whatever. She was like, you don't got to do that. Like, you don't have to like, or whatever. Like, and I really appreciated that. She don't really like, she's not that type of dramatic type person. But guess what? She's a female rapper who don't even get the fucking attention because she don't clout chase. She don't put Nicki Minaj tags under her video. She really get that shit out the mud. That's why I respect her. Like, no, now JT want to be the fucking Nicki Minaj spokesperson and want to do, they need Nicki at Super Bowl. Mind your fucking business. We don't need your commentary at all. We don't need it. We don't. And I don't care if you feel opposite of how I do. This is my channel. Do your own shit. Fuck out of here. Good morning, female rapper Lee up early. Yeah. The connection between Nicki and Cardi between Remy and Cardi is their jealousy of Nicki. Yeah. Well, I will say this, right? I think what went wrong, and you got to pay attention to this too. And I think that it's a little deeper than what you just can't be really simple-minded. When it came to Remy and Nicki and Foxy, right? I will say this, and I know that y'all might disagree with me, but this is just from my scope, right? This is from just my female rap scope, right? When Remy came out of prison, remember that Nicki wanted her to be on a song or whatever, right? In my mind, Foxy and Remy is not cool. So I kind of question, like, why would Nicki put Foxy and him on a song? Maybe she wanted that moment to make it big, to be like, I got two female rappers on the same song who didn't like each other. I get it, but they don't fuck with each other. They just don't. Remy and Foxy don't fuck with each other. And how I knew that it was like, and I'm not pointing the blame, but when Remy came home from prison and she was like a little humble, she was like, Foxy sent the Reverend to pray on me or whatever. And she was like, we don't fuck with each other. And I really appreciated that. I thought that it was going to change. But then Foxy, she would make statements. Foxy is a wild card. She might be like, nope, I don't fuck with them bitches. And bitches is bums. This is whatever the case may be. She might do that. But I will tell you this, in my own personal opinion, when Remy came home from prison, she waved the flag at Foxy. She tried. I personally feel like it. But Foxy is one of those people where she feel like, no, the disrespect, because Remy was somebody who played and called Foxy deaf before. So even though that happened before she went to jail, Foxy is one of those people like, oh no, the disrespect, you disrespected me, you gotta apologize or whatever. And I can't say that she's wrong for feeling the way that she feels, but I'm just saying they not friends. So I felt like personally she handled that question right on Jasonlee. You just don't like her. You don't like her, and that's why you just like, why didn't she give Foxy that? No. What I'm tired of is people saying that Lil' Kim don't get respect and all. She get all the respect. The bitch done perform Quiet Storm remix 1,000 times on these award shows. Foxy don't get her respect. So hold on a second. Give me a second. Yeah. You know, I'm happy I went live because I woke up this morning and I just didn't want to make a fucking video. I wanted to stay in my bed and just a little longer. I was like, yo, let me wake up at 5:30, go into my other bedroom and record this video because that's where I do all my YouTube shit at. I'm about to move too. I'm about to move. Like, I can't wait to start like doing shit different. But yep. I'm about to move too. So wherever I move, I got to make sure. Because, yo, this is my first time where I moved where I had a 2-bedroom. Now I can't unsee it. I can't. I have to have a 2-bedroom. Because, nah, I need that space. And I don't even got nothing really in my other bedroom and stuff in the closet and stuff. But, hold on. I don't really got stuff in there, but it's just a comfort to have it where it's like, you know, I go over there and I record. I do my thing. Excuse me. Let me put my sneakers on so I could go do me a little walk before I go into the office. But I felt like I said everything. Shout out to Rihanna, beautiful black woman on the cover of Vogue with her black baby, with her Negro nose. Yes, like, yes. I love that. And yeah, check out that Joe Budden's interview with Remy Ma. Notice how her energy was different. This nigga was asking her shit about Mike Tyson. Low key, Remy was really playing. She was playing Jasonlee. She was like, why are we talking about this? Like, I feel like she fucked with Jasonlee because they may have a Hollywood friendship, but check that energy between Joe Buddens on that podcast. She was way more looser because it's like, these my niggas. Like, let me like, and I love that about Remy. I feel like she has really good media training too. I honestly felt like she handled that Foxy Brown question wrong. Some people might leave comments and say they disagree. I felt like she handled it right. I mean, how do you respond and say how you feel about a person, especially if they done been to the point where somebody's saying like, you know, Remy popped her shit too and talked about her being deaf, but you know, Foxy talked her shit too. How would you feel I'm asking you this question, fan shit aside, how would you feel if a person said in a lyric, you know, but you know, Remy said gonorrhea shit about Foxy, and Foxy said, I heard about that bitch miscarriage. You know that shit hurts feelings. So she, you know, I think their feelings are hurt across the board with each other. So I don't know. I'm about to get up out of here. I honestly felt like Jasonlee is the messy one. He's trying to get this shit mixed up. He inappropriately brung up Megan Thee Stallion for no reason. And it's like, Megan's birthday was yesterday, you know? Hold on a second. So yeah, her birthday was yesterday. She's a lot prettier than Kim too. That's why Kim was jealous of her. She was a threat. Foxy was a threat. So, in my opinion, that's why she fucked with the Brat and Missy. Missy wasn't a threat physically. Like, you know, Foxy was a threat on that microphone. She was a threat. That's what I love about her. And that's why I kind of like take that approach from her. I'm not kissing nobody fucking ass at all. That Foxy, I love her. That's why she's like, I'll go to war with any bitch. That's her approach. And I love it. And Remy's like that too. All right, let me get going. So I got all my shit. I got my shit. Yo, let me show you this video that I found yesterday, right? This shit matches like, hold on, let me play this real quick. Where the fuck is it at?
So I'll tell him it's one of me. He make a
That shit was so funny to me. Like, it was so crazy, right? Because I honestly just started to give that song a chance, right? And so as I'm playing it, I said, yo, this song has an old school vibe to it, and all I could see is somebody doing some crazy ass old school dance. So I said, let me go on my arsenal and find this dance and find this video or whatever, right? So yeah, that's why I kind of like I matched it up and I just put the audio with it. That's crazy. All right, so listen, I'm about to go in. I hope y'all have a great day. Let me know what you think in the comments about like whatever I talked about, you know? Um, I'm gonna holla at y'all. I wish I could have did an upload, but it is what it is. I just wanted to get my thoughts out. Let me know how you feel in the comments below, and I'm gonna holla at y'all later. Peace.